Hopefully Hardman came back with us. Looks like I've just appeared in a safe house or private room. Someone find my body and take me back. Maybe Hardman did it, right? Maybe I was passed out when I came back and he wasn't.
Well.
Well, that scared the shit out of me.
Lou? Lou?
How's little Lou doing?
No response.
You lobotomized him.
Well, look at that. That child's taking a shine to me. You two were out cold, so I had you brought here. You were right. Whatever you did back there returned us to our own world. I put your cargo and gear in your private box. You slept for a whole day, you know. Slept like the dead. I'm already back in Capital Knot. Fragile's beach has been coming in handy. Sam, I owe you an apology. Lou was the name you were going to give your own baby if he'd had made it. I should have pieced it together sooner.
Oh.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I found some records from 10 years ago. A death, sudden, in the middle of a town. Young woman in the prime of her life. Nobody knew until it was too late. A void out.
The picture, right? There's a pregnant lady in it.
Her husband, who was a member of Bridges, had dooms. He tried, but he couldn't get to her in time. The whole town was wiped off the map, leaving nothing but a big crater and him. Because he was a repatriate. People wanted answers. Did the man hide his wife's body on purpose? The only survivor was the only suspect. He was easy to blame, and people did. And pretty soon, they were blaming Bridges too. The man felt responsible, so he left. And his wife, who died, her name was Lucy. She'd been pregnant, poor woman. They were going to name their son Lou.
Didn't happen.
But it did. President Strand told me. She talked about you all the time. He didn't have to cut all ties and walk away, she said.
You wanna shut the fuck up?
Yeah, that's the picture, right?
Calm down, Sam. Take a seat.
Why don't you take a seat? Just take a seat.
I told you before about my body. 70% harvested from cadavers. Do you want to know the real reason why?
What does that mean?
Because the story you've heard is one I made up. The truth is, I'm Frankenstein's monster.
What?
Artificial. Grown from pluripotent stem cells. And when that vital spark didn't manifest in all my organs, they replaced the defective ones with those of the dead. I never had a birthday. I'm a soulless meat puppet. No ka, a dead man.
Oh.
People born the traditional way have beaches. You have one. BB too. But I have no such connections. No mother. No afterlife. No beach. You see now why I'm so obsessed with it all? Why I joined Bridges? The battlefield. Now that was an awful beach. But strangely, I didn't hate it. Because I knew you were coming for me. I've never felt that before.
Technically I was coming for BB.
Connected to someone. Anyone. You didn't have to cut all ties and walk away. The president was right about that much.
Wasn't anything to walk away from. It's not like I was ever welcome there.
Come Even I was welcome. Oh, that. You were holding it. It's an old dog tag. US issue.
Yeah, what does it say?
Wasn't easy prying it out of your hand.
What does that say?
Clifford Unger, as you can see.
Ah, I was right. Okay.
I looked him up in our database. Found a match. He was US Army Special Forces. Fought in Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan.
That's him.
Those are going to be the places I teleport to next.
Well, that's all I've managed to dig up so far. You must be caked in chiral matter from the battlefield. Time for a shower, I'd say.
Oh.
Oh, I won't be joining you this time.
Oh.
The Die Hardman issue is no longer a concern.
Oh?
I've seen to it that our conversations won't be recorded.
Okay. I thought when he asked me to come in the shower, that was an invitation. I do forget to keep doing that though when I'm dirty. Just normally just walk straight out. Maybe he's going to talk to me through the speaker. Maybe that's what he was going on about. Okay. Anything else here? No? Okay, Sam, into the shower. Get all the gunk off of us. No one thought to clean us while we were passed out for a day.
Sam, do you copy?
Oh no, this is Heartman, right?
As you might have suspected, time here stopped while you two were on that battlefield. If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of beach. To explain a little, our bodies, our heart, all occupy the same world, but our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse. However, if many people die at once, their beaches can become entangled, creating a strand field. This phenomenon is exacerbated in wartime by omnipresent feelings of resentment and despair. Beaches are more easily and frequently entangled. On such a beach, exits vanish and experiences cycle endlessly. Picture it like a record player. The needle skips, playing the same phrase again and again. They're fighting a battle that has no beginning or end. Round and round it goes. Now, the battlefield you visited was in Eastern Europe in World War II. Which is strange, given that the man you encountered, Clifford Unger, played no part in that conflict. I can't explain it, but if you can connect me to the chiral network, who knows what we might discover.
Okay.
EX grenade number 0.
Bathwater? Holy crap, that was a long shower. I made 10 grenades. I still haven't used those things. Are they any good?
Still there, Sam? If so, I have a request. When you're ready, head upstairs to the delivery terminal.
Okay. I guess maybe they're just, like, they're free, right? They're just, you don't need materials to craft them, just to have a shower. You get them. Because I would have thought the chromatic grenades are better.
Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you? What are you doing here? My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year.
Who is that? Is it Bruce? Without a mask?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were perfect.
Sounded like him, right?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Where am I? Might not see. Okay. Don't have anything on me, by the looks of it. In my private locker, right? Heartman said.
Sam, the west side of that region is covered by a massive tar belt.
Yeah, I gave you a bomb though, right?
Beyond it is Edgenut City, the last bastion of civilization you'll find that far out. It's your final destination. Once you use the qubit to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire continent.
Oh.
The rebirth of America is so close.
Oh.
And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive.
Oh.
We need you to bring her home safely. But before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie.
Oh.
Heartman will help you get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I thought I was going.
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why. Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the Death Stranding. Suffice it to say,
1 minute remaining.
I don't have much time.
That happened last
See to
time.
your preparations. I'll be waiting. You'll find an official order on the terminal.
Right. I thought he was running out of data with his phone contract. Okay, so this is the Heartman. Recovery of winter clothes? No, thank you. Any warnings? No. This is Mama's corpse and the dog tags. He did say dog tags, but that's not on here. I didn't realise I was going to the last place already, you know? I thought I was in the middle of the US. I thought I still had to go west some more. Didn't realise I was nearly there. I thought I was going to get another bomb from Higgs then.
Alright, Sam. Take care of her. And don't worry, she won't go necro. Milligan's special.
So she's still there with you?
It'd be funny if these Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
In your body? You know? Getting rid of her is not going to get rid of Mama inside of you. Such a weird sentence to say. Cool. I did ask for a bike. Where is it? Did I skip instead of asking for the bike? I thought I asked for the bike. I don't need it anyway, right? Should be able to take some of the zip line up, right? Because it was on my walk to the Mountaineer? Was it the Mountaineer? Or the... someone else up there? I walked past it, right? Before, through the snow, the first time I went up there and saw the lab. So I should be able to take my zip line. Just have a look on the map. Yeah. Take zip line all the way to here and then to this place. Pretty easy journey, really. So I probably won't be going to any more places in the past then if I'm coming towards the end of the game. Like World War 1 and World War 2, is it? I just didn't realise I was so close to Edgenut City. I thought I was going to the west coast. That's not the west coast, right? It's the south. Also, I thought this game was longer. I swear I read that it was like 40 hours or something. Maybe that's from doing all the cargo stuff, because I have skipped over a lot of it. Right? I think the standard orders are repeatable ones, but there are some orders for Sam that I haven't done that aren't critical, because they send you like just off track. Like it does. I know like some people like to be completionists and do it all, but to me it just doesn't make sense, right? If you're Sam and you're on a mission to go rescue Amelie, and you're not going straight from A to B like as best as you can, you're like veering off to do like sort of the side like stuff that aren't on the way. Doesn't really make sense. There wasn't another zip line, right, that connected that one to somewhere? I don't remember there being one. Right. I didn't connect any up here, did I? I hadn't done it yet. I just feel like maybe I'd gone a... Alright, it's here. I feel like maybe I'd gone a different way then to get here. Seemed unfamiliar, but I think I did. I think I was over there, right, before. And that gap is...
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Yep. Turn? Why are you not turning? Oh my, I nearly went over the edge. Because for some reason I couldn't turn. That would not have been funny. I don't mind fucking up under my own accord, but don't do it from bloody controller not working. Or something. That really irritated me. Okay, nice and warm in here. Or is this an incinerator? We'll see what's up with this guy. He seems a bit strange, right? When you have limited time to talk.
Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
He's not here to greet me. Maybe he has to charge up. Maybe he's like an android.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
Sam the man, all caps. Thermal pad? To keep me warm? I was okay during the snow though, right? It didn't seem like I was getting cold. Unless, maybe that's why stamina was going down. Maybe that represents getting cold?
Please proceed into the facility with the cadaver. Good work.
Okay. Oh, what the hell are these things? Like skulls of evolution, is it? Like a monkey or Neanderthal?
Please
Human skull?
into the facility with the
Yeah.
cadaver.
I know. Just looking at these. Oh, it's other things as well, as like rocks. Knock knock. Oops. Knock knock. Until resuscitation, remaining time 1 minute. Is that Heartman? He needs to be thawed out like every number of minutes because he keeps dying? It's like a lot of soft padding around the place. Is he a bit mental? Dun 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 dun.
Heartman?
Is that like a battery attached to his chest? Cardiac arrest? Like resuscitation kit?
Administering shock.
Yeah.
Stand clear.
What the hell is wrong with you? Guess that's why he called Heartman, right? You got a dodgy heart? It's starting to feel a bit silly that I don't recognise these things from these guys' names.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down.
Heartman, dead man.
Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there.
Mama. They're all named after, like, characteristics of them, right?
Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return.
Jesus, that's awful.
60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day.
That is awful.
60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
Jesus Christ.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiformia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Heartman'S heart-shaped heart?
No.
No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
You're doing this to yourself?
Oh, so you could say goodbye?
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Heartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh.
It's not to do with you, don't worry. It's not because I think you're weirdo.
A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring?
Oh, are you blind?
Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man?
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether.
Maybe you're not blind. Why were you searching around like without looking?
And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach.
Well, she was dead, right? We already know this.
These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short.
Couldn't you just shoot yourself in the head or something? A bit more, like, nicer way to kill yourself.
I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger.
Know him?
His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling his strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
How do you sleep?
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you.
What am I gonna do for 3 minutes?
We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh.
1.
Oh, it's very quick. Perhaps he isn't in pain doing that. What the hell am I doing here? Am I literally just sitting on my ass for 3 minutes until he comes back? All my delivery boys completed an order. What the fuck are these things here? They're BTs, right? Oh shit, they're BTs. Are they real BTs that have been frozen? Ooh. BT model artist impression sighting. Oh no, it's the artist's impression. So what? I can zoom in on things like this and get likes. Mummer's remains. Yeah. Anything else I can zoom in on? Ooh. No. Hello. I love you, Daddy. Daddy as drawn by his kid's daughter. Sure. That's what he's searching for, right, on the beach. Look at these ones as well. Another artist impression. Another 10 likes. And all these, like, rocks. Can I look at these? No? Rocks? Yes. Ordovician period 1. Covered from a tar belt. No idea. These things? More artist stuff? They're like tattoos? Tattoo designs? Coral crystals? Cryptobytes were discovered immediately after the Death Stranding. Right, okay, so that's where they appeared. Who was the first to eat one? That's what I want to know. Probably fragile, right? More ore? Anything else here? Another astronaut? Why has he got one? What's the plan? Can't tell. Anything else here? Oh, under a minute left. That wasted some time, right? Looking around at his junk. Yeah, family portrait. Yeah, I already know this. Saw that right earlier. I'll look at what these documents are. No. Heartman's daughter. What else am I doing here? I think I'm done. Oh, look at this. It's a whale. Wow, that's what a whale skeleton looks like. Jesus, they look a lot more ugly and dangerous, right? I thought it was like a crocodile. Got like little tiny legs at the back. I guess that's the tail? Like the wide bit of the tail? Is it? Was that a normal whale skeleton? Is that what they look like in real life? I didn't realise they're so weird.
No luck.
Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we?
I can't remember, mate.
I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one.
Yeah.
And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films? You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window.
This is really sad.
All from before the Death Stranding, of course.
Must be hard watching The Irishman.
But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me.
Why don't I just tell him that I can't be touched?
As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident too.
Because it comes across as being really rude, right? Give some context to it.
I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach.
Oh my god. Guess they're all the people that died in the void out. I thought it turns into like a horrible thing though, like in the war?
The people who died in the two void outs were there.
Because I thought it said the beaches get all mixed up and tangled together, or is that because there's no like big drama of like regret and things?
What happened? What's going on?
Oh, couldn't you have chose someone a bit younger? It takes so long to turn around. Chose a librarian, mate.
I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped.
Right, so it's not a personal choice of killing yourself, this thing.
And that was the last time I saw my family.
Just happens all the time since that incident?
It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart. But it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Heartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though, even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam?
Did I lose it?
Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prep-your-own station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the Earth then are memories of a major mass extinction.
Right.
Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
That's why everything's soft padded. Put him on the bed, Sam. Oh no, you can't touch him. Right? You can't touch people.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
So if everyone's name means something, Die Hard Man, that's got to be Bruce Willis then, right? Like literally, has to be Bruce Willis. If you're taking the names literally for their things, like Heartman, Deadman, and Mama, and like even Sam Bridges, right? Yeah, boy. What was that?